If you're on step 4 of the latest expedition in Arc Raiders, then you probably need to farm ion sputters. These can be a bit annoying to find, but don't worry, we've got tips to make your search the quickest, easiest, and low-risk raids while trying to farm these bad boys. Without further ado, here's our guide for where to find ion sputters in Arc Raiders. Okay, off rip, you should know that ion sputters are an Exodus type item, which means primarily you're going to be needing to loot Stella Montis. The areas for finding these in Stella Montis are the Business Center, Assembly, which is where we're going to be spending most of our time in this guide, and sometimes these red lockers by the loading bay can house some pretty good high-tier loot items, like ion sputters. It isn't a surefire thing, and actually I might not even suggest this on a Stella Montis loot run, but it is something to be aware of if you're running duos or trios and happen to come across this area. The other place where you can find them is in Rocket Assembly on the Spaceport map, but I would only do this if you're going into a night raid or an electromagnetic storm. Otherwise, I wouldn't waste your time going here. Right, if you've seen our guide for how to farm Exodus modules, finding ion sputters is going to be basically the same. By which I mean, the best odds to find them is by spawning in and beelining straight to Assembly and Assembly workshops, and then focusing on searching both the yellow drawers and the small blue and white cabinets. These tend to house epic tier items like, of course, the ion sputters, but also magnetic accelerators, Geiger counters, and Exodus modules. So even if you're not finding ion sputters straight away, you can at least farm some other high-tier loot and either sell them, recycle them, whatever you need to do. I don't know what your stash looks like. Of course, you also don't want to neglect the top floors of this area. Not everyone loots these thoroughly, so if you spawn in and it's not a fresh raid, you may want to focus these areas first. As far as tips go, if you're someone who mains PvP in this game, then you might be in for a hard time trying to farm Assembly, as it's a high traffic area. Our suggestion would be to load into a raid absolutely naked, and by that I mean no free kit, go in with 0 augment, 0 shield, 0 anything, as loading into a raid with no augment still gives you a safe pocket. Going in with no weapons means you can't engage in PvP, so even if you're not successful in finding those ion sputters, you're at least manipulating the aggression-based matchmaking a little bit by forcing yourself to play as friendly. But if you're confident you're in some friendly lobbies, then a blue or pink augment with 2 or 3 safe pockets is going to yield the highest results, pending you get good RNG on the raid you load into. If you need to extract, then of course there's a raider hatch in Assembly, so if you have a raider hatch key, you can leave the raid almost immediately. If not, the quickest extract, if still available on the map, is down below in lobby. Head east down the tunnel and then platform up into the stairs that take you down into the lobby. This can be a little tricky if you haven't done this before. You can either jump onto the yellow drawer and then jump toward the stairs, or with some finesse, and God help me, I struggle with this one so much more. You can jump and grab onto the ledge above by vaulting as soon as your player takes a step up on top of that material that's on the ground. Then simply slide down the stairs and extract will be right in front of you. Good luck topside. We'll see you in the next one.